Oops. Hello. Welcome back to Animal on a Corner. As you realized earlier, I was at the crafts table painting up my glass. Now I'm in my kitchen. And of course, you know, this is the cooking segment. It is Saturday, and we are in my kitchen. And as you know, I am here not only to give everyone who just came out of Scientology and out of other cults, and of course, if you weren't even in a cult or a Scientology, you can join in too. Why not? And as you know, all you that were in Scientology is out, and you're looking for aid from that MJR Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation. You got your new set of wheels. You got your roof over your head. You got new clothes on your back. But the thing is, you gotta learn how to cook. And of course, that's where I'm coming in. Of course, I don't have much to give, so I decided, you know what? Maybe I should give you one of my recipes so you can survive everyday life, and you'll be getting something good instead of beans and rice, even though I have them only in the form of lima beans. So, and this is something great. So, let's get cooking. Today, we are making pasta sauce, cutlet, Parmesan, or in this case, I'm not going to be using Parmesan cheese. I'll be using the mozzarella plant-based. But if you got regular ones, it's fine. And I'll also be making pasta, as you would know. So, all you need is 1 can of crushed tomatoes, basil, bay leaves. Now, where's my oregano? And oregano. That's what you need for your tomato sauce. Yes, it is homemade. So let's get started. So, you know what? Let me change this up because, oh no, I don't have the peppermint. They're all in here. I actually wanted to make a peppermint bark with you guys, so let me show you. I did wanted to make it with you guys for the holiday, and this is the peppermint bark that I have made. Doesn't that look great? Of course, I'm tempted by this, so let me grab one. Of course, too much, no good. I planned on giving it to my hairdresser, wishing her a happy holiday. Of course, This coming week, can't give it to her because I don't have enough money. I ended up using it when my internet connection was completely gone. So I'm doing my best to save up my money. Of course, I'm not getting any younger. So let's get started. All right. So I'm going to grab one out and put it in the food processor, and it's going to chop it up really good. And then I'm going to saute it. Okay, so we're going to peel the onion. Of course, like Mark Fisher's and Janice Gillen Gray's show, peeling the onion. Here it is. I'm peeling the onion. Okay. Yeah, and today on their show, they had a special guest. I remember her first name is Corrine. And she was once a student at the Delta 5 Academy. Of course, they have child labor on that camp. There we go. Oh boy. All right, so we peel this onion. So instead of chopping it up where you can end up in tears, we're going to put it in the food processor. So we're going to put it in, these in the trash. Now, maybe it's supposed to have a regular size onion. These are shallots. I figured, you know what? I don't chop up that much onion, so I might just get the small version. So I'm going to cut this. Yeah, like the show, I peeled the onion. Like Janice Gillen Graydon's show and Mark Fisher's show, I peeled the onion. How about that, everyone? Okay. All right. So here we go. All right, let me see here. And one more onion. And this is a good size too. So get in one more onion. Of course, we're going to peel the onion like Janice Gillen Grady and Mark Fisher are doing on their show, Peeling the Onion. So that's what their show is called, Peeling the Onion. That's what I'm doing, peeling the onion. And she talks about her experience at the Delta 5, Korean experience at the Delta 5 Academy. And she didn't know she was actually abused in an inhumane environment until she just realized one day what they were doing was inhumane. She left, and she graduated at that school, and then later she realized that Scientology was, and this is okay. Oh, I gotta wash these out. I gotta. Okay, so let me put this blade back in. I'm gonna cut this in half. After we peel the onion like the show, peeling the onion, we're gonna, okay, put this here for now. We're gonna put the onions in here. Okay. Yeah. And if you put it in the food processor, it'll be a lot better because guess what? You won't be in tears. So here we go. Okay. All righty. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. are there. So now we're going to chop up the onion. Now we're going to put 2 tablespoons of oil in this one and then saute the onions. So, okay. All right. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All righty. So then, okay. Now, put on medium heat. Oh, no, wrong heat. Okay. All right. So we're going to put it on medium heat and we're going to start chopping it. Okay, there we go. Okay, I chopped it up pretty good. Yeah, and there it is. Okay. We peeled the onion and chopped it. Okay. So now we're going to collect all the onions that are in here. I mean, they'll just save you some tears. Okay. So we saute this onion. All right. Ooh. Oh boy, if only you were here. Okay. And we're going to open this can. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. Now, I was going to make Monte today, but no such luck. So guess what? We are okay. And tomorrow I am going to prepare a crust for you tonight. For zucchini quiche tomorrow. So, all right. Now we're going to put this right here for now. All right. So here we go. So, as you know, today's, of course, she talked about how she graduated and then joined the Sea Org and then realized that what Scientology was doing was inhumane. So she just pretty much left after finding that out for herself. And the rest is history. And of course, I told you about my father's situation while he was a 12-year-old boy, just like Aaron was. And yeah. So that just says it in a nutshell. What else is going on? And of course, earlier I mentioned you would most likely run into a Jehovah's Witness than a Scientologist, because guess what? According to Aaron Smith-Levin, the Census Bureau says there was 26 more. When I went on, it stated that there was about 20 to 55 members left. But guess what? We're going with Aaron's numbers. So I Googled it, and that's what it came up with me. His might have came up with something different. So we're I go with his numbers. So as you know, also, Aaron Smith Levin is on trial for assault, which isn't right because the other Scientologists threw water at him first. It was self-defense. And the thing is, they're not paying for those gallons of water they dumped on the protesters, or did they dump that on a previous day? Well, yeah, guess who's paying for that? You, the taxpayers. That's right. You're paying for whenever they're calling the police. Whenever they use water like that on a protester. Yeah. You are fitting the bill. And when Claire and Mark Hadley was on Dateline, they were going to show it, but then Scientology's lawyers came right in, stopped it from happening. Airing any kind of story takes money. And of course, when that happens and Scientology's evolved, it comes out of your pocket, not the network. So you would think, okay, there we go. So now we're going to dump the onions in. All righty. Yep, we're down at the bottom of the barrel. I'm trying to scrape out everything that's in there. Okay. So, yeah, everything that Scientology does, they don't pay for it. The taxpayers pay for it. You, the taxpayers, pay for it. And some of you can't afford it because guess what? You're low income. So just like me, you're low income and can't afford to pay for it. Guess what? When they are illegally doing something wrong, everybody pays for it. The rich pay for it. Even low income people like you and me. Some of us are low income and can't afford their illegal activity. It doesn't make it right either. Either way, whether you have money or not, it doesn't make it right. Okay, so, oh my gosh. So, since we're done with it, and we're going to stir up the onions. We're going to caramelize it. Okay. And the shallots resemble the red onions. Even though it's a lot different. Okay, now put it on 4. Okay, we're going to saute it until it caramelizes. Okay. Oh, let me turn on the oven. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Sorry. Okay, we're going to caramelize the onion. I use 2 small shallots since, yes, that's what I'm doing. And I learned this recipe back in my high school days. Only the difference is I'm changing up the recipe because the recipe I'm showing you, actually, my home economics teacher, I forgot her last name, not Cook, I think it was Cook. Yeah, it fits her, does it? And, okay. Right, so Okay, so we'll bring this out. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're going to caramelize this onion. And we're going to put 2 teaspoons, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Of garlic. Yeah, they really make it big enough for the spoons to go in. Okay. Okay, there we go. You know what? I love garlic so much. I think I'm going to put another teaspoon in. Okay. So there we go. Alrighty. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. All right. Now we're going to turn it up a little more. Now, all you guys that just got out of Scientology or the other cult, I'm doing this for you. And of course, if you weren't in the cult, I'm doing this for you too. And so you can learn how to cook while you're surviving out there in the real world. Of course, Jenna has recipes of her own. Her homemade potato chips look so good. Do I want a recipe? Oh, you know what? I don't think so, because I don't want my cholesterol to go up. So, oh yeah, I don't have, oh, maybe I do. Yeah, I do. So tomorrow we're going to make a vegan zucchini quiche Diane or Divet, whatever they call it. All right. Okay. And guess what? I know how to make tomato sauce. I'm not even Italian. I'm an Armenian Turk. Parents came from Turkey. One day, parents decide to come to America, grabs my older brother, comes here, and then 6 years later, they had me. He was 7 then. Okay. So that's how it worked out for me. And of course, he came here because he didn't want to deal with the hypocrisy of the Turkish government. So he grabbed my brother and my mother, came here and had me. But you know what? Things like this, you never expect to happen in this country. But it does. And look what Scientology's doing. They're putting children to work. And of course, I would know it because my father was a child laborer himself. And so was his younger brother. And then suddenly, his mother had to marry off his older sister. She was only 18 at the time. Then she came here with her husband. I just had the most wonderful relationship with my uncle, with my aunt's husband. He loved me so much. It's just great. All right, so we're going to stir this up some more. Okay. Oh boy. All right. And yeah, you just never expect those things to happen here. And if my father was alive and heard about the story, he'd be disgusted. Yeah, he would. He would hate Tom Cruise to death. Me, yeah, I do, but is he a great actor? Oh my gosh, he's the most amazing actor who made the Guinness Book of Records. But now he's brainwashed and is not only the victim, but the perpetrator and keeps slave labor. Now, guess what? People like that usually go to prison. They're not supposed to be out. And the reason for that is David Miscavige knows how to save point. And he should actually be in prison too. He's the leader of all that. And he treats the rich and the celebrities different than the normal person. And he doesn't give them enough money for toiletry because women really need it. Because you know how women get their cycles. They don't even have money for that. Toothbrush, toothpaste, all the essential items they need, they don't have because David Miscavige has to be greedy. All right, now, stir this up. All right, now we're going to pour in the crushed tomatoes. Okay, of course, the Italians are probably using tomatoes and not the can, but same difference. So, okay, now, okay. All right, there we go. Yeah. Oh my gosh, if you can only see this. Oh, I think now it is time to turn on the pot of water. Okay, here we go. Turn on the pot of water for the pasta because we are having Italian. Of course, it's plant-based. All right, look. This is what it looks like. Yeah. So I don't want to spill it on the computer. It's on its last leg, and yeah, looks like I'm going to have to replace it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, we are going to stick in one teaspoon of basil, 2 teaspoons of oregano. Oh, yeah, I just got it this week. You know what? Okay, there we go. So here we, all righty. Okay. 2 teaspoons of oregano. Or maybe I should put a half in. Yeah. Okay, half of oregano. And then we're going to stick in a bay leaf. Okay, have I been complaining much lately about not being on a directory? Yeah, well, a little bit. Well, I have to bypass that, I know that. So, okay. Basil. Oh, here we go. And we're going to need 1 bay leaf. So let's get in and get it. Okay. And of course, you know, Scientology has its root in the dark arts. And yeah, and the kind of harm that the dark arts bring on is horrible. Okay, so this is wrinkly. So I'll just put this in. So just add a bay leaf in. Alrighty. Okay. We're going to let this simmer. Alrighty. Here we go. Oh, yeah, right. I got to put these back on. Yeah, I got this recipe when I was in high school. Of course, I adjusted it to fit my recipe, because guess what? It's a copyrighted recipe. Oh, jeez. Oh, right here. Yeah, it's a copyrighted recipe, so you have to readjust it, and then that'll be the end. Close this up. All right, it's really cooking in there. I'm going to throw this in the sink. Oh, we got to turn on the oven. Bake. We're going to put the oven on 450. There. Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. So we're going to let that cook up. Right. Oh boy, it's really simmering in there. And of course, you know, I think we should make, oh no. Yeah, let's make the crust for tomorrow. No, too much calories. So, oh boy, we're gonna have to figure out a way to use my zucchini before it spoils. So we'll think of an idea tomorrow. All right, it's really going in there. Oh wow, if you only can smell this thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, we don't want the dead silence, so we have to think of something. Guess what? I'm also gonna whip up some whipped cream for our blueberries and whip topping. Now, Country Crock has a brand. Ooh, probably can't show this since they're commercialized. If I show it, then that's it. So put in any whipping cream. Of course, I advise plant-based, but you know me and my animal activism. Pour this in. Blueberries and cream. Yeah, that's right. Junk food this weekend. Leftover from the holidays. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so let's just put this aside As I can tell, it's really cooking. Or no, yeah. I'll put this aside for now. Okay. And it's really cooking in there, so we're gonna start on our cutlets. All right, so grab out your plant-based cutlets or whatever it is you have. Okay. Here we go. All righty. So, okay, it's bubbling up really well. So, I'm going to bring this close to the to the stove. Now we're going to shut this off. All right. Let me grab up the mozzarella. Okay. Now, I guess you can use the other one. Let me get it. So, because I'm really low on my mozzarella, so we're going to combine these two together. And these are made from cashews, this cheese. But you know what? The cashews didn't do well as a cheese for me. So even though I love cashews, I really don't like it as a plant-based product. So, okay. And I'm going to stick this one in. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to turn it up even higher. So, all right. So we're going to toss this away because guess what? They don't take these. I'm going to put in a little bit of the sauce at the bottom. Okay. Now, yeah, I did make the plant-based pecan pie with you guys. Yes, I did. But I did not make apple pie. And guess what? I will make it for you another day. And the baklava, I do have the phyllo dough in the freezer to make baklava. The green glass favorite baklava. Come back, green glass, because guess what? I am going to make baklava. Okay, so we're going to take the cutlets. All right, and the other two could actually stay in there. So I got 6 of them in there. So I can't put it on top since okay, it's on 350. It's almost there. Okay. And then the rest is going to go in the pasta. And of course, you know, Natalie hasn't been doing the show. She only filled in for Aaron, and that was it. I miss her, and I think the rest of you miss her too. I just miss her show. Now, of course, you know she's hard at work. All right, so we're going to put this on top of the cutlets. Okay, we're going to make sure there's enough for each and every one. Now, these are vegetarian vegan. So, you know what? I don't know why I keep buying this cheese, even though I don't like it. The ones I would like is probably the days. At first, I didn't like it because I thought it tasted like dough more than cheese. But, yeah. So, all right. So, that'll do it for this one. Close this up. There we go. Okay, it's almost time for it to go in the oven. Okay. I washed this. Okay. I'm going to put this away. Wow. This is so amazing. Today we're having plant-based Italian, and I'm not even Italian, but I know how to make tomato sauce, and it's amazing. And, ooh, no, I thought he'd be on, but no, he's not. Oh, let me put it on live chat. Live chat. Okay, there we go. So, and this is generic. So, this is the most affordable one, even though the prices have gone sky high. So, okay, it's almost there. I'm going to put a little bit of salt so the pasta won't. Now, let's see. Now, the next holiday coming up is Valentine's Day. And of course, you know, maybe I should be making melted chocolate then. And it's on 450. Now we're going to put the cutlets in. All righty. Oh my gosh, if only you can smell the sauce. All righty. Okay. Okay, it's almost boiling. It's almost there. And then after I put this in, guess what's going to happen? I am going to make the blueberry cream. Maybe I'll make it for Valentine's Day too. Of course, you know it's going to have to be in the weekend. Okay, it's almost there. Okay. I try to get other Scientology stories. You know what? I keep, like I mentioned before, I keep trying to bring a guest on my show, but nothing. I'm not having any luck because I really want to talk to one of the Boston crews. And yeah, all I have to do is email them and just say, you know what? I need you on my show. You're getting more views than I am. So I'll talk to Darth Beaver, and or Club's champion. Now, I don't know if his trial is over, but I will find out. And I think I'm most likely will be successful at talking to Darth Beaver. Because as you know, I did mention being on that street as a child growing up. And you know what? things had changed since Scientology moved into the neighborhood. Is things the same? Oh, geez, I hope so. But so far, does the police like them? I doubt it. From the one police officer that was there. Okay, because I don't know if Darth Beaver is in Ohio. Clubs champion. Yes, that's who it is. So I don't know who else is there. You know what? I'm going to check with the Boston crew and see. Okay, now it's boiling. I'm going to dump it right in. And then it's going to cook. All right. Okay. Now this is going to go in the recycle. So you got your heavy whipping cream. And we're going to grab out the whipping machine. The blender. Yes, the whipping machine. You're going to love that, huh? All right. All right. So you have this in. Oh, come on. In you go. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. And as you can tell, MTV's gone for good. They signed that death warrant for that channel, and now it's gone. The earlier days of MTV was great until it went into reality shows. And it went downhill from there. But I'm sorry to say we played a part in their demise, because I can admit I watched it, and then it spread like a virus onto regular TV. And that was the end of the most greatest TV ever. Okay. Yeah, so MTV is never going to be seen again. That's it. They killed it, pretty much. It went from hand to hand, and then that was it. Okay, so we're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. Or maybe we should put, half more. Okay, just put, I decided to put in a half more. Yeah, I didn't put on the top for this because guess what? It's going to boil over. If I even try to put the lid on, then that's it. Okay, so then we're going to put 1 cup of sugar. No, this is not 1 cup, but no, it's not 1 cup. So, or maybe we'll put a half cup in. No, let's put in 1 cup. All right. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to put in, more of these in. Okay, 1 cup in. Okay, there. All right, there we go. It's 1 cup. Yeah, isn't that a trick? All right, And then we're gonna mix it up. Okay. It's really boiling over. So I did not put this week I'm having salad. All right, so then we're gonna put this back up. Or I'm gonna put more sugar in this jar. Okay, now it's time. I gotta plug it in first. Okay. All right. Now, let me see here. Let me think. Okay, I guess that should be it. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna mix it up. Starting out low heat. Low. Work it up. So we got the 1 cup in there. Maybe I should have gone with a half. Yeah, never be afraid to make a mistake. Okay. Oh boy. It's really boiling over there. That's why I kept the lid off. Oh yeah, I was gonna grab this calendar. Let me do that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, there. Oh boy. Yeah, it's it. Okay, so let's just keep on going. Yeah, as soon as it's really boiling over there. I have it on speed. Let me turn it down. There we go. And then now during the show, during the holiday season, I was gonna do it up with you, but then my internet connection just knocked out completely. So I couldn't bring you my holiday season, but I managed to get you my Thanksgiving edition of Analytic Corner. So I honestly apologize for that. All right, now I have it on high. And I also make plant-based ice cream. I'll make it for you on Valentine's Day or whenever, maybe next week or the week after, who knows. Okay. Once I turned it down, it didn't boil over. Now, am I a good cook? I'm okay. Still edible. Okay. Of course, make our mistakes in life, and I'm not afraid of making mistakes on camera either. So, oh my goodness. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Looks like it is ready. There. Okay. Try and take this out. There. Now, what does this taste like? Yeah. Next time, I guess I'll put a half cup. I don't know. But guess what? You can't help it on the holidays, of course. Okay. Of course, I have to balance out again because during the week I had the apple, whatever it is I call it. It was supposed to be apple pie, but it looked bad. It was running over, so I decided to actually make apple crisp. Of course, once it's done, I flipped it over and it was on top of the stove, so I put it in. And I'm like, maybe I better not bring it to my brother's house for Thanksgiving. I took in the pecan pie. No. My sister-in-law said take it home, and I did. Still sitting in the freezer. All right. Put in the blueberries. Have a handful. Of course. Take your whipping cream. And on top. And another whipping cream. And then there you go. You got your blueberries and cream. All right. So there it is. Blueberries and cream. We're going to have it later. And that, I'll put it away for next weekend because I'm going to eat it. See if the pasta is ready. Yep. I might have overboiled it, but hey, it's okay. All righty. Pull this aside. All right. So now we're going to put in the pasta, all right. So I'll show you the cutlets tomorrow when it's done. But since the pasta's done, I'm going to show you the pasta and the pasta sauce. Okay. Now I'm going to spoon out the marinara sauce, homemade marinara sauce.